What is going on, guys? This is Soccer Mania, where we'll bring you all the latest rumors and stories that you need to know in the world of football from the various top leagues across Europe and the rest of the world. Join us now as Soccer Mania looks at this week's match recaps and other news, including Mbappe farther from Real Madrid, huge shock for Premier League top team, Arsenal legend set to make an England return, history for French youngster, and Laporta's message for legend, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more football videos. Now a quick recap of this week's results as Champions League is back. The round of 16 started with a bang as PSG rallied from behind to stun Barcelona 4-1 thanks to a Kylian Mbappe hat-trick, while Liverpool came back to winning ways, beating RB Leipzig 2-0 in Budapest. Wednesday was another thriller as Erling Haaland inspired a lowly Dortmund to overcome Sevilla 3-2 in Spain, while elsewhere Juventus were handed a 2-1 shock defeat at the hands of FC Porto. In the English Premier League, Manchester City moved 10 points clear of Leicester after beating a stubborn Everton 3-1 at Goodison Park. Phil Foden, Riyad Mahrez and Bernardo Silva gave their team all 3 points after Richarlison gave the Toffees the lead, while Burnley shared points with Fulham, ending in a 1-1 draw. In Spain, leaders Atletico Madrid were held to a 1-1 draw at the hands of Levante. Today's games include the Europa League, which also resumes as top teams including Tottenham, Manchester United, Arsenal, AS Roma, PSV Eindhoven and AC Milan compete. And now on to the news. Now our first story looks at Kylian Mbappe farther away from Real Madrid than ever. Now Real Madrid should not expect to be in the running for Kylian Mbappe despite the France star heroics as PSG thrashed Barcelona. Now, according to former Santiago Bernabeu sporting director Jorge Valdano, Kylian Mbappe is quote farther away from Real Madrid than ever before. Mbappe netted a stunning hat-trick as Paris Saint-Germain thrashed an overmatched Barcelona 4-1 in the first leg of their Champions League last 16 tie on Tuesday. Now, such a performance will undoubtedly further endear the France forward to the Madrid faithful, and he has been frequently linked with a move to the Spanish capital. The 22-year-old's contract at PSG expires at the end of next season. However, Valdano believes his Camp Nou heroics have given him leverage to demand the sort of wage only the Ligue 1 giants are in a position to afford. He said, and I quote, "After this, Mbappe is further from Madrid than ever before. He can ask for a 30 million euro salary, the same as Neymar, and only PSG can afford that amount." Another factor in Mbappe's favor was that the fallen Lionel Messi, who opened the scoring from that penalty spot, might now hold less appeal when his Barca deal expires in June. Valdano suggested another factor in Mbappe's favor was that a forlorn Messi, who opened the scoring from the penalty spot, might now hold less appeal when his Barca deal expires in June, and PSG consider how he might fill their ample budget. He said, and I quote, "I don't see PSG very interested right now in swapping Mbappe for Messi. Mbappe changed the scale of values." Valdano believes Madrid should turn their attention to Borussia Dortmund striker Erling Haaland, whose prolific exploits remind him of Argentina's 1978 World Cup hero. He said, and I quote, "Mbappe is more complete than Haaland, but I think Madrid needs a scorer like the Norwegian." Next up, shock news for Premier League top team. Now Leicester City will again be at a disadvantage if the latest Champions League proposals come to fruition. According to reports, UEFA are looking to add a safety net to their leading competition, allocating 3 spots to clubs through their coefficient rating, and so based on their previous performance in Europe. This would then see clubs who qualify for the Europa League or the upcoming Europa Conference League promoted back to the Champions League, even if their domestic performance didn't merit it. While this new scheme is not due to be brought until 2024, if it had been in place now, Tottenham would have been handed a Champions League spot for the current season despite finishing 6th, 1 place behind City last term. Their coefficient rating is better than City's thanks to a sustained runs in Europe, and so they would have leapfrogged Brendan Rodgers' side to take a place at the continent's top table. The proposal is said to be part of a bid to stop a breakaway European Super League by offering Champions League protection to the biggest clubs. A meeting of former Premier League shareholders is being held to discuss the league's response to the proposal. Now, according to the Times, a number of clubs outside the quote Big Six held talks on the matter last week, with the senior executive on the side saying, "There is a strong feeling among many clubs that qualifying for the Champions League should be on the sporting merit only, and we are pushing hard for the Premier League to reflect that in its response. It would be ludicrous for a team like Leicester to finish 5th and be leapfrogged by the likes of Arsenal, 2 places below them. UEFA are also looking to increase the number of Champions League games as they change the way the tournament runs, as from 2024 there could be 36 sides in one big division, with each involved club drawn to play 10 fixtures against sides of different strengths. The extra games may prevent England's entrance from playing in the Carabao Cup." Next up, history for Mbappe. Now, in the absence of Neymar and Angel Di Maria, who were missing through injury for PSG, Mbappe went on to produce 3 fine finishes to become the only third player to score a treble in the competition against Barcelona, after Faustino Asprilla for Newcastle and Andriy Shevchenko of Dynamo Kiev, both in 1997, and the first player to score a hat-trick against the Spanish club in the knockout phase. With 110 goals now to his name, the 22-year-old is already PSG's third highest goal scorer in all competitions, overtaking Pauletta with 109, now only Edison Cavani with 200 and Zlatan Ibrahimovic with 156 have netted more for PSG. But if he stays at the club, those records will not be intact for long. He has already drawn level with Zinedine Zidane with 8 goals in the list of the goal scorers in the Champions League knockout stages, with just Thierry Henry with 12 and Benzema 18 ahead of him. Now the sky is the limit for Mbappe, who confirmed himself as football's best young player with an astonishing performance that Messi himself would be proud of. Next up, Arsenal legend sent to make England return. Arsenal legend Thierry Henry has held talks with the championship outfit Bournemouth to become their next coach as the Cherries look to replace Jason Tindall. Tindall was relieved of his duties on February 3rd after a poor run of form left them 8 points outside the automatic promotion places. The Bournemouth board has spent the last 2 weeks lining up the right candidate to guide them back to the Premier League, and it appears as if they have landed a surprise appointment. According to Sky Sports, the Cherries have only spoken to Henry over the possibility of replacing Tindall, and the current coach of FC Montreal could be ready for a dramatic return to England. Now, news of his big name appointment may come as a slight concern for Bournemouth fans, who will not be heartily encouraged by his record on the touchline. Henry handed his first major role as the assistant manager to the Belgian national team, but he quickly made the move into management to become Monaco boss in 2018. His spell in charge was short-lived, however, winning only 4 of his 28 games at the helm, a run which left Monaco languishing in 19th place in Ligue 1 and on the verge of an unthinkable relegation. Despite his poor debut in management, he was handed a second opportunity by MLS side CF Montreal, who finished 2020 in 9th position in the table. Henry's main priority will be carrying Bournemouth back to the Premier League at the first time of asking this season, should he be given the job. The Cherries are looking to bounce back to the top flight at the first time of asking, but they have a task on their hands, currently sitting 6th in the table. This partnership would be considered a risk by many, who see Henry's appointment as a possibility for Bournemouth to increase their global reputation rather than banking on an experienced name to get them out of the championship. And finally, Joan Laporta's statement on Messi. Now, Lionel Messi was not motivated by money, as he eyes titles amid uncertainty over his Barcelona future, That's according to presidential candidate Joan Laporta. Now, Messi has been heavily linked with Ligue 1 champions Paris Saint-Germain and Premier League giants Manchester City, with his contract expiring at the end of the season. The record 6-time Ballon d'Or winner tried to leave Camp Nou at the start of the 2020-21 campaign before opting to stay. As doubts remain over Messi following Barcelona's 4-1 rout at the hands of PSG in the first leg of the blockbuster last 16 on Tuesday, Laporta, one of the remaining candidates in the running for the presidency, remains hopeful of keeping the 33-year-old. He said, and I quote, "Giving him affection is very important. The love story between Messi and Barcelona is one of the most beautiful stories in football. He has to be loved. He deserves it. And he has to be valued with an economic offer that makes him feel valued. But he's not led by money." He continues to say, "I know him and I have a good relationship with him and a lot of respect. He's a winner. What he wants is win again with Barcelona. I'm going to do everything I can to keep him. Our competitors are state clubs. They are making offers. We have to be clear that money doesn't guarantee titles, and Leo is more about winning titles than making money." He continues to say he makes more money than he costs and much more. Messi costs represents 8% of the club's total income, while he generates around 30% of the income. He is very profitable for Barcelona, but the most important thing is the emotional return he gives us. It is priceless when you ask a young boy or girl who their favorite player is and they immediately say Messi. Now, Messi's opening goal against PSG was his 20th goal of the season for Barcelona in all competition. It is his 13th consecutive campaign he has scored 20 plus goals for the club. Now, the Barca captain has scored in the Champions League in each calendar since 2005. This run of at least one goal in 17 consecutive years is the joint longest run in the competition's history, alongside Raul between 1995 to 2011. Now, should Messi stay at Barcelona? What do you think about his move to PSG? Let us know in the comments below. But there you have it, guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know in the world of football, including the results for last 16 UEFA Champions League.